Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly general and love tarot forecasts. This is for the week of July 30th through August 5th, 2018. I will be doing two readings in this video. The first one will be your general energies for the week. The second reading will be your love energies for the week. I have listed timestamps for each reading in the description box below for those of you who like to cross-watch. And I have also listed the tarot decks that I'm using in both readings. So, Sagittarius, let's get right into your general energies for the week. Can you believe we are all the way to the end of July? Oh my goodness gracious. Where did July go? Where did June go? Okay, lots of retrograde right now. Eclipse season. Some of you are riding high, and some of you are like, oh my god, where am I? Is this planet Earth? I'm just not sure. So, Sagittarius, let's see what the theme is here. And I just want to point out with these general readings for general and love, I've noticed that for some of you, these energies are really just what's going on in your intellectual mind, what you're really thinking and feeling about. And for others of you, these are actual things playing out in your reality, okay? So keep that in mind as you watch this reading. So, what colors is Sagittarius's week overall? Goddess of Creation. Okay, transformation, creativity, wholeness. So, Sagittarius, with this being your overall energy, it's time to give yourself a little bit of slack, give yourself a break, give yourself a rest. If you can take some time off this week, that would be great to do so. Maybe some of you already have that lined up, but this is saying that you need to take a time out in some area of your life to recharge your batteries on that subject or just overall in general. And in doing so, you will not lose any momentum to projects that you're working on or anything like that. It's like you need this time out, this refresher to refuel yourself so you can continue on with prosperity and longevity forever, for however this energy directly relates to you. And because this is card 7, I just feel like some of you have had a really intense July, and it's like you need a time out. Take some time off if you can, Sagittarius. Do fun things. Find a hobby if you do not already have one, okay? For me personally, I find that my life really revolves around tarot, my daughter, or helping my friends. And, you know, that can get very depressing because all my energy is going out to other things, right? So I've decided to start learning how to paint as an outlet of my creativity. And so some of you, you also need to find that outlet of creativity or an outlet to release pent-up energy. If you're somebody who tends to hold your emotions in until you explode, it will be so good for you to find some sort of physical outlet to help you release the energies and stresses of the day. Okay, so let's pull some tarot here, Sag, and see what that adds to this Goddess of Creation. Also, because this is Goddess of Creation, if you ain't trying to create some babies this week, you be mindful of what it takes to prevent that from happening. Okay, so we have the Temperance. This is the card that represents you in the tarot. We have the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the Magician. So yes, Sagittarius, everything I just said is encompassed in your tarot cards. There's the balance there of energies that need to take place in your life somewhere, through your routine, through your interactions, how much you're giving out to different people and situations opposed to how much is coming back to you. Some of you need that physical outlet to release energy. For others of you, this is where you need to take up some sort of creative hobby, or you need to immerse yourself in deeper understanding of the mysteries of life. And that could be where you just research weird subjects on YouTube. I mean, there's a ton of them. I honestly, every conspiracy out there I have looked into, not to like create a belief system for myself, but really, what are other people's opinions and perspectives on situations where information is missing or seems askew? It's, very educational. It is. And also it's interesting. And some of it is just outright silly, So there's no subject that's off limits for me when it comes to YouTube. I'll look into all of it, because it expands my consciousness, but also gives me an idea of, how other people are experiencing and seeing the world, which, ultimately just further grows and shapes you when you do that. So some of you, it's like you need to give your mind, your higher intellect, some food for thought. Bite off new subjects that you've never touched on before. And normally I wouldn't say that in like a general tarot reading. That's more of like spiritual advice. But because of this goddess of creation, I just see, and this is your energy. This is Sagittarius, and then here we have the Page of Wands. This is your energy. It's like you need to rise up and out of the current vibration in which you exist, and that comes from having that physical outlet, immersing yourself in some sort of creative hobby, biting off new subjects that are really big for your intellect to understand, like all that type of activity. You need to allow that in and take a step back and take a break from your daily routine and the norm of where you normally funnel and channel your energy, and just see, doing that shift, how much it truly changes things for you. Because I see that you want happiness and reward, and you're like, how do I get there? Like, what do I even do? I'm just, some of you, I feel like you're just bored with life, or you're bored and irritated with the same thing playing out over and over. And it's like, I want a change. I want something different, but I don't know how to do that. Well, we discussed that here, okay? And now we wrap up the week with the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician in this position, which is learning something completely brand new, opening yourself up to a new opportunity, new experience, new information, something along those lines. And it is really going to shape and expand you. And with the Magician in this position, it's all about like internal growth for Sagittarius, internal expansion of consciousness, not so much what you need to share with others, but it's like you're absorbing and learning and growing and expanding through these new experiences that you're opening yourself up to. So if you feel like things are mundane, you're just kind of in the rut, you can't seem to push forward, you don't know what to do, it's time to take a step back from, everything that is your norm and create new routines, find new interests, find new hobbies, open yourself up to the new. Like, I'm totally feeling that vibe so strong. You will be very successful in that, Sagittarius. And you have 7, 8, 9, so yeah, you will be very successful in that. And because this is a 7, and then we have this 7, 8, 9, I feel as we move into August and then September, that's you, it's like you're balancing and tempering yourself between now and then, okay, with temperance here, and then 7, 8, 9, and then the Magician being card 1, which is the new creation, the spark of the divine, your new path forward, your new beginning, your new understanding. So, Sagittarius, let's pull some cards to get the overall outcome advice for the week. It's just like, take a step back, recharge, and open yourself up to the new. Okay, so we have card 13 and card 9. So, what does this tell you? Well, October, mainly, the whole month of October, actually. I was going to say Halloween because this day does depict Halloween specifically, but this could definitely be the whole month of October. I feel whatever changes you implement, whatever growth you start now, by October, it's like in full force, the full manifestation, the celebration, the happiness, the excitement, okay? But also with this, it's saying don't be afraid, Sagittarius, and the veil is very thin for you this week between you and your ancestors, your passed on loved ones. They're trying to bring you message and guidance to help you work through this energy and lead you on the path that you so seek and answer the questions that you've been putting out to the universe, okay? It's pay attention this week to all the signs and synchronicities and everything that's coming through for you, because there is new opportunity, there's new growth for Sagittarius, and it comes about the tempering of emotion, of energy, of thought within you, okay? So, ultimately, though, there is something to celebrate this week with this card here, all right? And it could be you and your partner have a wonderful reconnection, or just a really good moment this week, or the whole week between you and your partner is beautiful. Maybe you guys are on vacation, but for others of you, this is just like celebration and happiness and excitement for new opportunity, or just the ideas that you come into by the end of the week and you're like, yeah, I know exactly what I want to do or what I need to do. So it's a good week overall for Sagittarius with general energies. So if you are not going to watch your love reading, I want to wish you a very beautiful and blessed week, Sagittarius. Take care. Okay, so let's get into the love portion of this week's energy and see what comes out for you here. What is the overall thought? And remember, this could be energy that's just playing out in your intellectual mind. You're really thinking and feeling about what comes through in this reading, or you are actually physically experiencing these things, okay? It's usually one or the other, I've found, with general readings. So just keep that in mind. This could be clearly just what's going on inside of you, or some of these things can actually be physically playing out in your reality. So, overall energy in regards to romance for Sag this week, we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, this being your overall energy for romance and your overall energy for general reading was Goddess of Creation. Sagittarius, this is just like taking a whole different approach towards your romantic partner, towards dating, or if you're completely single, just your attitude about your singlehood. It's shifting that energy entirely and coming into a more playful, fun, flirty, breezy energy this week, where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to take anything serious. If I was really mad at you on Sunday and now it's Monday, I'm just going to let that go for this week. I'm going to shelf that because I'm not going to let it bring me down. It's like, choose to be in a more playful, fun mood. Be willing to compromise. Don't be hard, don't be angry, don't be bitter this week with this card coming out, because the playful energy will serve you very well, Sagittarius. So that's why this energy has shown up as your overall for advice for the week as far as love goes. So let's pull some whispers of love and add to that. What does that mean? Why do we need to be playful and fun and choose not to argue and engage in other people's salty Sally or bitter Betty moods? Okay. So, look at this. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs to take breaks. And this card is very similar to the Goddess of Creation out of the Gaia Tarot that was drawn as your overall energy and your general energies. So, Sagittarius, if you've been just fighting with your mate, you guys have been butting heads, not seeing eye to eye, really, this week, just shelf it. And if your partner is trying to engage you in battle and fight, just make it clear. Say, you know what, this week, let's just try to love each other, okay? Let's just try to get along. Let's just try to compromise, because I love you and I'm afraid of, where this relationship is headed if we don't recapture that spark that once was a blazing fire, okay? For others of you, this is like you're going on vacation. We're having a lot of fun. We are relaxing. We're disconnecting from our norm and our reality, and we're having a good time with our lover. Some of you this week, if you're just dating, this could be where, it's better that you take an approach of playfulness and innocence rather than, pushing hard or being super available or even like staying the night, being intimate, anything like that. It might serve you better this week, Sagittarius, if you're just dating different people, to be just more playful, fun, flirty, elusive, kind of hard to get, not so easily accessible, okay? And next, we have treasure your loved ones, and it's important to love others deeply. Yeah. So those in a relationship, that goes right back to what I just said, where I feel it's in your best interest to say, hey, let's not fight this week. Yeah, we have our problems. Yeah, we have our differences, but let's put that aside and just focus on loving each other this week. And I feel like you really need that. It's going to help you, reconnect and just feel strong. If you are completely single all the way around, it's time for you to shift your energy into excitement, into playfulness, into optimism about what could be. Rest and relax any sort of negativity and pessimism and focusing on the fact that you're alone and that you don't have anybody, and treasure all of the other relationships you've had in your life, okay? Some people really go their whole life never having romantic love. So if you've loved and lost, well, then you are blessed, okay? And of course, we all want to love and win, but if you truly loved somebody, then you're a winner, okay? You experienced the magic, and focus on that and the fact that it did happen, and therefore it can happen again, okay? So let's pull some tarot to add to these cards here and see what comes out there. It's funny that card wanted to jump out and that it landed on the side that it did. So this side, it's like there's nothing worth fighting for, like disagreements, misunderstandings, it's not worth it. Remember, Mercury's just gone retrograde, so miscommunication is high. So if the Five of Wands falling out on this side is like, nope, Sagittarius, not a week to fight, to push, to bicker. It will serve you so much better to be playful and fun. If it would have fallen out on this side, I would have been like, holy moly. But no, on this side, it's like things are calmer. There's no reason to fuss. There's no reason to fight. And here's this World card. Yes, some of you are on vacation, okay? And if you are, and you and your partner just haven't been getting along, I see like this is very reconnecting. Some of you, that might be the answer. If you're not on vacation, you and your partner might need to just go on a vacation together to disconnect from everything. And it's like you'll really bond with each other, okay? Some of you might have a romantic interest or new offer this week from somebody who lives quite a distance from you. And look at here, we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Three of Cups. So we got a lot of fire energy here. Sagittarius, a lot of action, a lot of movement, a lot of energy. Yeah, I just see you being fun, you being flirty, you being playful, whether you are single, dating, or in a serious relationship. Like, it brings so much happiness to you this week. It just allows for, like, new passion, new connection. If you're completely single, that could end this week. There could be a new opportunity. If you are just somebody who's trying to hook up and maybe not get so serious, you could have an opportunity. If you have somebody in your life who seems to just show up and you hook up and then you don't hear from them. If they show up, hey, let me take you out, Sagittarius, you know, da-da-da-da-da. That's where I feel we got to kind of play hard to get. Okay, yeah, we could go out, we could have drinks, but, you know, I'm going home alone. I'm sleeping alone until you learn to value and respect me a whole lot more than you do, okay? So yeah, you can take me out, you can butter me up, but then you're taking me home and I'm sleeping alone, and so are you, unless you go call somebody else that's gonna fall for this. Okay, so some of you, that's going on. Definitely new opportunities, passionate. There could be a very passionate hookup this week between you and another person, especially if you go out. If you are offered to go out for drinks, like a happy hour, out with friends to a party or anything towards the week's end, absolutely do it. It looks like you could have, you can meet some new connections, new potential interests, and we're going to have a lot of fun, okay? And it might finally be, for some of you, this ends your singlehood this week. So let's pull an overall outcome advice for Sagittarius in regards to love and romance for this week. Looks really good if you ask me. A week to just have a good time. Oh yeah, see, look at this. We have the hungry ghost, obsessions, scarcity consciousness, attachment. So with the hungry ghosts coming out, Sagittarius, yes, whatever is in the past is in the past. This week is not the week to focus on that. This is a week to focus on love, on happiness, on connection, on being playful, creating fun moments, not being so serious, because this is really heavy energy. And, you know, if you are in a serious relationship, there's just a lot of things that have happened in the past between you and your mate. It might be like you guys are able to move past that energy. And in order to do that, we've got to rest our mind and our emotions about the past and just set it down for a minute, okay? And shift our energy back to being playful, back to being fun, back to being spontaneous and, you know, seductive to your partner. Let me seduce you. Let's rekindle that passion and fire that existed between us. And we might need to put some alcohol up in the mix here with this Three of Cups, okay? So Sagittarius, with this energy, it's like you can have a big time shift in your relationship if you take that advice and put the energy of playfulness and fun and flirty, and let's just set the past on the shelf for now and even make that clear to your partner. Hey, we're not going to discuss these things this week. We're going to just focus on our love and falling in love again and see where that takes us, okay? Those of you who are just on the dating scene and you're dating one person or multiple people, if you have somebody returning from the past this week, again, don't give it up. You know, be very reserved as how close you let them in, because they may be just up to the same old tricks of the past. So you're better served being fun, playful, flirty, but not letting anything more really come of it, and just see how they react to that, and if that, you know, causes them to put more effort in to obtaining you, okay? Anybody new you meet this week, again, just take more of a playful, fun, flirty attitude, and I feel like that's going to make you a magnet for that person. Like, man, Sagittarius is so cool. This Sagittarius I met, oh my gosh, you know, I want to get with Sagittarius. If you're completely single, we've got to let the past go and shift our consciousness into a much more positive vibration and expectation of romance coming for you, okay? So those are your messages in regards to love for this week, Sagittarius. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.